Hi everybody, it's me, Naturally T1, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about a really important topic, and it's about keeping cash in your pocket while you're natural. I know that there's been some concern about going natural and the cost and whether or not it's more or less money than being relaxed. And I mean, honestly, when I first became natural, I put some money out. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I spent money, but I mean, I had a brand new texture that I haven't worked with ever. I mean, I started relaxing my hair when I was in the 7th grade. So from the time I was in 7th grade till now, I hadn't worked with this hair texture. So yeah, I had to spend some money. I had to buy some products. I had to figure out what worked for my hair, and yes, I spent some money. But this video is about how to keep the cash in your pocket. I'm going to give you guys some tips that will hopefully help you out. So, tip number 1. Do your research. You want to make sure that you research your product. You want to look at the blogs, you want to look at the hair forums, you want to look at the product's website, and most importantly, you want to look on the back of the product. You need to figure out what's in this product and what in the product is going to help my hair get to where I want it to be. So if it's moisture that you want, you need to make sure that the product contains ingredients that are going to keep moisture in your hair. If it's length that you want to make sure the product contains ingredients that are going to help your hair grow, or at least they don't have products that will stop hair growth or not promote your hair growth. So doing the research on the product is probably the number one thing that you want to do, because it's going to help you to save money. It's going to help you to really narrow in on the types of products that you want to put in your hair. Now, with that said, you have to do the research on your hair. When you buy products, you have to make sure that you are buying product, you know your hair. You have to make sure that you know what type of hair you have. What does your hair typically do in moisture situations, in dry situations? The more you know about your hair, the more likely it is that you are going to purchase products that are going to be effective on your hair. So do the research on your product, and don't forget to do the research on your hair. Tip number 2. Keep a hair journal or a hair log. I didn't do this in the beginning of my natural hair journey. I started to do this towards the middle, but had I kept a log in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have bought certain products over and over again. It's hard when you're using different products at the same time to figure out what's good and bad for your hair, because you don't really pay attention. Like, you don't know what product it is. So it might be that the product that you think is making your hair do the best is probably the product that's not as effective. So my suggestion to this, which I talked about before, is using the product for 1 week and keeping a journal. So using it for about 5 to 7 days, and keeping a journal of what it's doing to your hair. Is it helping your hair to be soft? Is it, making your hair shed? Is it causing the moisture to draw out of your hair? Those are the type of things that you want to pay attention to and you want to keep a log on. That's going to save you money in the long run, because then you won't continue to buy products that are not good for your hair. Tip number 3, product swap. Product swapping is fun. And it's effective because you can get rid of some products that didn't necessarily do it for your hair. If you spent $10 on a product and you used it once and you hated it, or used it twice and you hated it, then you can product swap with somebody who might want to try that product. And maybe that person might have a product that you like. Depending on how big the natural hair community is where you're at, this can be hard, this can be easy. But if you have a big natural hair community, that's amazing, because you can product swap at meetup groups and, product swap at natural hair events, things like that. If the natural hair community is not that large, then there are places online that you can product swap. There are apps for your phone that have sections directly dedicated to product swapping. Curly Nikki has the app, and within her app there's a section on there that says product swap, and you can product swap with people across the country. So what's an extra $2 for shipping when you can get a product off your hand and possibly get something that you really wanted, or that might work better for your hair. Tip number 4 is to go in half with a friend. This is an amazing way to keep money in your pocket. There are going to be things that you want to try. So let's say you have a friend that she wants to try Carol's Daughter. Carol's Daughter is a pretty pricey line, but if you find a friend that wants to try it just as much as you guys can split the cost and split the product. And this is great because it's kind of like getting a sample. You don't have to commit to a full bottle. You can get half the bottle for half the price, and your friend gets to try it too. Tip number 5, budget your hair money. This is easier said than done, especially for the product junkies out there. Sometimes you're just like impulsive and you're like, I gotta have it, I gotta get it. My recommendation is to set yourself a budget, whether it's 10, 15, 20 bucks a month, whatever it is. Set that budget and don't go past it. And you'll find after a couple months of doing that it's a little bit easier to just say no to the products. And that way you can use your products more. So if you're not always spending money on products, then you're using the products in full, and you're actually emptying bottles before you buy new things. And it's a way to keep money in your pocket. So budget your hair money. And if it's something that you really want and it's not in your budget, then go in, maybe you can go half with a friend or a product swap. But if not, just save your money for a couple of months and then splurge on your big item that you want for your hair. Tip number 6 is mix it yourself. There are so many sites out there that have recipes for mixing your own shea butters and oils and hair, spritz and stuff. There's actually tons of videos on YouTube, and on curlynikki.com, in partnership with naturallycurly.com and Carol's Daughter, have a section on the Naturally Curly site that is strictly for recipes. All they have on there is recipes, mixing recipes, and it gives you the exact amounts and what you're going to need to make them. I will post the link to that in the bottom in the description box so that you can check that out. But it's a great place to start if you're ready to mix. And you can the possibilities are just limitless when it comes to mixing your own stuff, and you might get into it and people might actually like it, and you can give it away as gifts, and you can even make some money as a business. So that mixing your own products could potentially bring money into your pockets. You never know. And those are my tips. I hope that it helps somebody. If you have any question, you can follow me on Twitter. You can hit me up there, or you can hit me up, inbox me on YouTube. I will get back to you. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and share this with a friend. And peace.